So, I've been looking for this one thing in particular for a little while. And so here this is. Because up here it says, the remnant of Aaron will be like the splendor of the sons of Israel. Just does it actually, does it say the Israelites there? It says, sons of Israel, the declaration of Yahweh of hosts. On that day, this is where they mess this up. On that day, the splendor of Jacob will fade, and his healthy body will become emaciated. And it will be as if a reaper had gathered standing grain, his arm harvesting the heads of grain, as if one had gleaned heads of grain in the valley of Rephaim. Only the gleanings will be left in Israel, as if an olive tree had been beaten, 2 or 3 berries at the very top of the tree, 4 to 5. On its fruitful branches, this is a declaration of Yahweh, the God of Israel. Because here's the thing, these positive things come after that. On that day, people will look to their Maker and will turn to their eyes to the Holy One of Israel. They will not look to the altars they made with their hands, or the Asherah, and that does not say incense altars, that actually says sun pillars, that they made with their fingers. So you have this harvesting here. And this is where people get the thing wrong, when it comes to, like, the Great Tribulation and stuff like that. That, like, people have the backwards ideas of, that the people are left behind. The people who are left behind are are the righteous, because it'll be like the days of Noah. It wasn't the days of Noah. Noah and his family were left behind. It's the righteous who are left behind. And there are a couple other places like this. So 24:13, it's this right here. Because you see here, look, Yahweh is stripping the earth bare and making it desolate. He will twist its surface and scatter its inhabitants. And so these are talking about the end times. For this is how it will be on the earth among the nations, like a harvested olive tree, like a gleaning after a grape harvest. Because right now I'm going through Isaiah, Revelations, let's say 14? Reaping the earth's harvest. That's what's being described here in Revelations chapter 14. This first one here, this is the reaping of people from the earth. And this is the second reaping of the innocent blood from the earth. So that's the stuff that's being described right there. And I've had a couple of these videos mess up, basically, kind of showing you, like, who the victor actually is, and because that he will also trample the winepress of the fierce anger of God the Almighty. And so that's a characteristic of the victor. And so to give you an idea, so the thing with the fatness, this is where they're getting this wrong. In the Old Testament, being fat is not consistently, in which that's not what I typed in. Is it always bad because you give Yahweh, you give God the fat of the land and all this? But here it is the fatness as a negative metaphor, a fat heart, being complacent. This is being like spiritually weak, iniquity from prosperity, self-indulgence. And that's what that's saying back there in Isaiah 17. That's what this is. On that day, the splendor of Jacob will fade, and his healthy body will be. It's not that his healthy body, and the fat of his flesh will become thin. Basically, the words here, the Hebrew word there and the word there, they're 2 different words, but both of them can mean to become thin. It makes 0 sense for something positive, mentioning the remnant of Aram, but then you have the splendor of Jacob, something bad happening, and then good things happening afterwards. To give you an idea here, so the valley of Rephaim. Most people think Rephaim are just giants. Valley of Rephaim. Sheol departed. Spirits. can refer a race of giants, and to the shadowy departed spirits of the dead and Sheol. And again, so you had two reapings going on. That's what you have there in 14. And so these are so you also have a reaping of innocent people. And that's what's being described there. So to give you an idea, Matthew 24. And I'm going to post this video in a thread I have about the tribulation. Because no one gets to skip out on the tribulation. You're not going to find that anywhere in the Bible. So you also have like the parable of the fig tree. But here it is here. For in those days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day of Noah boarded the ark. They did not know until the flood came and swept them all away. But that's who's left behind is Noah and his family. The flood swept the wicked away. That people have it backwards. It's not. It doesn't make any sense. To go and just people have this really messed up, really kind of distorted, evil idea that they're somehow going to be up in heaven, like laughing at the wicked while they suffer on earth. But then there would really be no need for the tribulation. People's concept of hell is also messed up. Really, there isn't so much hell as there is Gehenna, which is the opposite valley, which is the valley of the son of Hinnom. And that is a place of torment, not a place where souls just simply rest. And which eventually leads to something with annihilation, because this doesn't go on forever. Satan doesn't rule hell or Gehenna, whatever you want to call it. That's an idea from like the Divine Comedy and Paradise Lost. People, you won't find anything like that in the Bible. And so, because there's another one of these, harvest. There we go, 13:10. So we're going to go to Matthew 13. So this is the parable of the sower and the seed. Oh no, this is a different one. There we go. It's still in the same chapter. And so I'm just kind of skipping to this part. And the enemy did this, he told them. So do you want us to go and gather them up? The slaves asked him. No, he said, when you gather up the weeds, you might also uproot the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. At the harvest time, I'll tell the reapers, gather the weeds first and tie them in bundles to burn them, but the wheat store in my barn. So the wheat is stored in the barn. The wheat is what's left behind. And as I was talking about Gehenna, the fire of Gehenna, it's the righteous that are left behind. And so this is where they're asking him, like, so also what does this mean? The one who sows the good seed is the Son of Man. The seed is the field is the world, and the good seed, these are the sons of the kingdom. The weeds are the sons of the evil one. And the enemy who sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the age. The harvest is the end of the age. The harvesters are angels. Therefore, just as the weeds are gathered and burned in the fire, so it will be at the end of the age. Again, it's the righteous that are left behind. The Son of Man will send out his angels, and they will gather them from his kingdom and everything that causes sin, and those guilty of lawlessness, and they will throw them into the blazing furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then the righteous will shine like the sun in their Father's kingdom, and then anyone who has ears to hear should listen. I just kind of automatically read there, because some of those will have that. But that's what that is. Again, it's the righteous that are left behind.